about to take this car, about to go drive it around a little bit. If you haven't seen my other videos, this car has, I've got Detroit rocker cams. I do have a 410 gear. Got this Vortex Supercharger on here. It's the Paxton Milby 2200 kit. It's got delete plates. I've got pipes, long tube headers on it. The reason I'm making any of these videos is because I see a lot of people, mainly on Facebook, still asking questions about these cars and these modifications. If you do this, you know, how does it do? What does it do? Is it worth the money? And that's the main reason I'm making these videos right now like this. I just got all this stuff put on this car. I did every bit of it within a month's time, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I had the same questions. I didn't know what it was going to do, didn't know how it would act. So that's the main reason I'm making these videos. Somebody's watching it, probably just got some questions about it, maybe looking at doing the same thing to your car. I'm going to make a couple more besides this, but today I think I'm just going to make some videos, do some clips of just driving this thing around. Might make a couple pulls in it or something, and mainly just talk about the drivability of it and how it runs on the road, and that'll be about it. Anyway, if that's something you're interested in, you know, stay tuned. And, let's go. I will say, since adding this supercharger, this thing is pretty cold natured. It takes a little while to get warmed up and get where it wants to run like it should. But it is fun. I'm having a good time with it. Here now in this bumper to bumper traffic. It's not a hot day. It's only, I would say, mid 40s. I haven't even checked to see what it is. It's fairly cool. But sitting here in town now, it's bumper to bumper, just red light to red light right here. Level warning. To hear this and see what kind of sounds we're going to capture on this recording. I don't pay attention to it. Rear end, I put the rear end in it. Paid someone else to do it. That's the only thing I've paid anyone to do on this car, because I thought they knew what they were doing and do a better job than what I could. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's got a pretty bad roar. It has ever since we put it back together. I never went back and complained about it or anything. Probably should have, but I don't know. I never did, and it's been a year and a half ago now. I just deal with it like it is. I just don't know how it's going to sound on here. Show a little bit. I don't know. I guess most of you guys out there probably know how they drive, how it's going to do with the Supercharger everything I've got done in this car, but maybe there's some out there that don't. I know when I was looking, trying to decide what I was going to do, I would have liked to have found a video like this with someone actually driving the car on the road, various situations, just to see. This car, it does good. I just put this stuff on it back in October, November, so I haven't gotten to get it out in any hot weather yet. But as far as these winter nuts, man, it does good just driving out here around town like this, and get out, drive it just like it's a stock car. I don't know if it'll pick up on the audio, but these cams are actually sounding pretty good right now. Probably not the smartest thing to do right here in the middle of town. Either way, I had an opening there, so I thought I would take it. Car pulls really good. It's I'm sure I've seen a lot of these turbo cars online or on YouTube. Put quite a bit more boost and a lot more power, but just for a turnkey kit ready to go straight out of the box, this car is supposed to make. I've watched all Brent Speed's videos on these cars. They do their dyno pulls after installing these kits, all the modification. I paid attention. This car should be in the 530 to 550 horsepower range now at the wheels, and I mean, can't say for sure. I may carry it one day and put it on a dyno just to see what kind of power it does make. Regardless, they're all different. It doesn't matter what kind of power it makes. You know, it's not going to change how it feels out here on the road and how it runs. I'm happy with it for right now. I do think I want to do some more to it later on. I think I mentioned that in one of my other videos. Trying to look for a budget-friendly way to add some more boost to it. It's going to require pulling the engine, and I think at least putting some forged rods and pistons in it. I'm not sure about the crankshaft. I mean, on one hand, if I'm gonna do that, you know, you might as well go ahead and spend the money on the crankshaft, be done with it. Not really sure how that's going to pan out yet. I've just got all this stuff together. Haven't had it that long, so I'm gonna have to wait a little longer. And the cost is always an issue. We'll see how that works out. I've been lucky, very lucky so far to be able to get what I have done to this car. And anyway, I guess I'm talking a lot here. Just driving through town here in it though. I'm in 4th gear right now with this 14 gear. Running about 30 miles an hour through here. I think I may start trying to find something to eat here. I'm a big boy. I like to eat a lot. And often. I have toyed with the idea because first gear in this thing is so short. Before the Supercharger went on, it was fine, but now if I stop, just dead stop, and try to launch it hard, first gear is just totally wasted. Basically just have to roll off in first and go to second and lay into it hard. I have been thinking about maybe going back to a 355 gear. A lot of people recommend a 373. I don't know. I think the 355s felt good in this car when I had them in it, and I think they would do good now with this Supercharger, especially like I'm saying, if I want to go with more boost later on and change the configuration, trying to add more power. I think the 355s would be good for it. but I'll see about that later on also. I'm not 100% sold on that yet. I hope this doesn't turn into a vlog style video, because that's not what I'm intending for it to be, but it kind of feels like that's what it's going to turn out to be. Anyway, y'all out there that's got any questions and maybe looking at doing a similar setup to this, not quite sold on it yet. This is pretty much what you're going to be looking at, you know, just driving around town. If you live somewhere where it's going to be more congested and tighter than this, you know, be okay too. It's not for me, but you know, if that's where you're at, I see no reason why this setup wouldn't be okay there. I'm really surprised at this stock clutch. I expected to have problems with this thing. I know this thing's never had a clutch put in it. I really expected to have problems with it as far as for slipping, adding that much more power to it, and having 88,000 miles on it. I really thought it was gonna be an issue, but so far had no issue at all. And I've already passed where I was going. I have to turn back over the tracks here. Yeah, that is something I'm definitely gonna look at upgrading in the next few months. Is gonna put a clutch in it, even though this one's doing fine. I do think I will back off my plans. I was going to put something in it that was way more power than I have. Honestly, driving like this, I don't think I need to. Everything so far, I've never. I mean, it's doing absolutely great like it is. But I'll look into that later on. I do want to put a lot of weight flywheel in it, and definitely got to change this two-piece drive shaft. I want to get that changed out. Mexican restaurant, and I'm gonna go in and eat some lunch. So I'll get back to this when I get back out. Alright, I'm back out here driving the car. Just had to stop and put some gas in it. I was sitting there eating lunch, and I was going back through the video I've already done, and I've noticed the same thing I've noticed in everything you watch on YouTube. You cannot get a feel for how good a car is running in a video. A couple of clips I had there where I was getting on this thing pretty hard. Might as well have been a stock car. But car actually pulls really, really good. It will have its days where it feels better than others. Today's so far hadn't been one of its better days, but either way, you're not going to be able to tell that on this video. One of the things I haven't addressed on here in this video, that's one of the main things I wanted to address, is the way these centrifugal superchargers perform. And I'm talking to people right now who are like lot of these videos on YouTube. The centrifugal builds boost over the RPM range. You're not going to reach your maximum boost until the very top of the RPM range and build boost with RPMs. And when you hear that, the way I took it, it was going to feel like a turbo. It was going to have a lag. And I wasn't crazy about that. What I actually was looking to buy, I actually went online and ordered a L-Rock kit. I wanted the root style that would actually, it's going to have boost as soon as you hit it, as soon as you lay into it, it's an instant boost. That's what I wanted. And I actually ordered that, but then I got a call the following day that that L-Rock kit that I ordered was going to be, it wasn't that they couldn't get it, but it was going to be a long, long time. I still wouldn't have it. They were talking about, because of COVID and production problems and things, I could be looking at a year before I could get that kit. I looked at some other things, but long story short, I ended up going with this Paxton kit because I could get it quicker. I was going to be able to get it in 4 to 6 weeks, and it actually come in about 3.5 weeks, I think it was. I was actually surprised when it showed up. I got it a lot quicker than what I thought it would, and, which is always good. But I still wasn't sure about it. I didn't know how it was going to feel as far as power. Now this is my personal experience. This is just what I'm feeling sitting here in the driver's seat in this car. This may help somebody else. That's the only reason I'm telling this. I'm not telling you do this, do that. I'm just going to tell you what I felt. And anybody out there watching this is on the fence or looking at different things, you can take that, maybe help you make a decision. This car, I can tell the difference in it with this Supercharger on it from about 2,500 RPM up. If you really want to get technical, I'll probably tell the difference in 2,000. But when I first started driving it, 2,500 RPMs on up, I can feel it under my foot. I can feel it in the pedal. It's wanting to go. I can feel it's got more power. Now, it's not a ton. And it does, you can feel the power come in gradually as the RPMs increase, but it's not what I was thinking it was going to be. I thought at 2,500 RPMs, stomp it, and wasn't going to feel anything until it got to 4,000 RPMs, and then it might set you back in the seat. And that's not how it works at all. Say 2,500 RPMs, I can feel it, lay into it there, and it's definitely doing better than it was doing without the Supercharger. And then all across 3,000 RPMs, you can feel it getting more and more. There's no lag to it like what I was expecting. It's just a gradual build of power. And really, I'm very happy with it. I still would like to, if I were building another car or something, I would like to have the root style Supercharger just to have it. One thing I like about this one, I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it when you're just pulling around the parking lots and things. That little whine and whistle it's got, I love that. Wouldn't get that with the root style, but at the same time, when you lay into this one hard, you don't really have any sound then. Not that I can tell in the car anyway, whereas you get that whine with the root style. So, either way. But that's just been my experience with this one as far as for the RPMs and where it comes in at. I really, really like it. I like it better than I thought I would. I was a little disappointed after I ordered it. I was kind of wishing I had shopped around some more and tried to find the other style. But, it is what it is, and I've got this one now, and happier with it than I thought I would be. If you're looking tried and true. The actual Procharger would be pretty cool too. But yeah, I just can't say, can't say enough about it. I'm very happy with it. Very fortunate that myself that I even got to buy it and put it on the car. That's something else I need to talk about. Installation. I put this thing on here myself. Now in the video, I don't know where it's going to fall, but I'm proud of it. I think I did a good job with it. It took me about 5 days to get it on. And that's not working on it 10, 12 hours a day, although I did have some 8, 10-hour days in there. So I'll get out there in the garage and work on this stuff, and it's not my daily, so if it gets to the point where I'm not enjoying myself, I don't want to be working on it, I don't. I'll just go back in the house, do whatever else I want to do for that day, whenever, and I decide to get back out here and work on it. This time, this was leading up to Thanksgiving. I was trying to get it done before Thanksgiving. It was actually the week before, so I wanted to have it done by then. But it took some time, and I just followed the instructions. I put complete instruction, complete guide in there. Took my time with it, read through it, did everything. I will say, if you're going to buy a kit that doesn't have the intercooler, the installation would be, I feel, would be a lot easier. But, even with the intercooler, it wasn't that bad. I went through everything myself. The reason why I keep preaching this about doing it yourself is because I see so many people online on Facebook pages and stuff that's looking at doing this stuff and wanting somebody else to want to know about shops or where they can go get this done, get this installation done. And I mean, really, if you need that and it's not an issue with money, if that's what you want to do, then by all means go for it. But I hate to see somebody out there that's, like myself, lucky to be able to get the Supercharger itself, but then trying to come up with money to pay somebody to put it on when it's something that's very doable yourself. And that's why I keep talking about it, the installation. Plus, it's a little sense of pride. I'm proud that I got this one on here myself. I'm proud of it. Myself, I think it looks as good as the installation. I think looks just as good as any shop could have done, any professional. But that's why I keep saying that. It is time consuming. I was starting to rush the last couple of days. Like I say, I was trying to get done before Thanksgiving. We had a bunch of people over for Thanksgiving, and I didn't want this car sitting there in the garage all tore apart, because we go in and out of the house through our garage. So, but I got it done. I had the garage cleaned up and everything like it should be. So, it worked out. But if you're looking at this, if you're looking at doing this, getting a kit like this and thinking, you're on the fence thinking about doing it yourself, go for it. Just read the instructions. Go through and do everything one step at a time. Keep everything as organized as you can. Shouldn't have any trouble. This kit, once I got it on, got it together, last thing I did, I got in, loaded the tune to the car, went to turn the switch, and I was nervous, man. I thought, because I had a good running car before, I hope I don't have this thing messed up. It's going to be some kind of nightmare now. Get fired up. Didn't run the best there for a couple minutes, but after it got all situated, been fine ever since. Been out here driving it, no problem.